Hola Spain lovers, hola Spanish food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video, another restaurant review video. I'm here in the center of Madrid, a stone's throw away from the main park in this city, the Retiro Park in the Retiro neighborhood. And I'm going to go into this restaurant that I have behind me here, Scolani Gastro Bar, and check out the food today. It's a Peruvian restaurant that does a menú del día, a typical Spanish menú del día, but with a Peruvian touch. So I'm really looking forward to trying the meal today. So without further ado, let's go and sit down, get stuck into the meal. Vamos! So looking around the restaurant, they're going for a modern style, I think, in this neighborhood. One of the more exclusive neighborhoods here in Madrid. I came to this restaurant for the first time around a year ago. Enjoyed the food, I will say. Back again today to try this typical menú del día here in Spain, but with a Peruvian touch, because as you guys know, I like food from the country of Peru. Now let's have a look at exactly what's on offer here today. Let's have a look at the menu, the menú del día. All right, looking at the menu, we've got the Scolani executive menu, salmorejo, the first thing up, tropical salad, ceviche, which is a typical Peruvian dish, tried it before, and we've also got a rice dish here with chicken and mushrooms. I reckon I'll go for that. Next up, we've got a piece of steak, entrecôte a la plancha. We've got fish, rodaballo, roast chicken al limón, so a lemon-style roast chicken, and huevos rotos con jamón, typical here. Includes bread, one drink, one dessert. You can have either a beer, Coke, water, or a glass of house wine. And the price, we can see it there. So a rice dish and a fish dish, if I can get those words out, for me today with this executive menú del día. Can't wait. Washing it down today with the house red wine. Let's see if this is any good. I reckon it will be. Smells okay. Not bad. Also been given a little tapper with our drink, something to enjoy before the main meal comes. Seafood, I think it is, some type of croqueta, seafood croqueta. I think it is. Let's bite in and see. That is good. Bread also, which is included in the menu, nice and warm. Let's try it. Decent bread. Muchas gracias. Excellent. Now my starter has arrived. This is a rice dish with chicken and vegetables, I think it was. Let's have a look at exactly what we've got inside this dish, but I'm going to say it looks appetizing. Now this dish looks absolutely amazing. Look at the color of this broth, this chicken and mushroom rice. Arroz caldoso is what it's called here in Spanish, which means there's more liquid to the rice, not like a paella, which is a lot drier. You can see the liquid here. We've got the mushrooms, we've got the chicken and other vegetables in here as well, I believe, and also with that Peruvian touch. And for me, it's all about the Peruvian flavors in this deal, because I love, as I said before, food from Peru. And when you mix it together with Spanish cuisine as well, we're on a winner, I reckon. Let's see. You can taste the chicken in the broth, the other ingredients as well. Wow. The rice is cooked to perfection. There's a definite hint of coriander or cilantro in here as well. That's that Peruvian flavor, I imagine. Let's get some more. But the colors of this dish are, for me, the standout. I mean, look at the colors that I have on the spoon here at the moment, especially the color of the broth. Wowee. And the mushrooms, or the setas, as they're called in Spanish, tasty also. Let's get some bread, dip it into the broth. This is the real test here. And for me, this is an outstanding way to start the meal today, I'll tell you that. And what I like about this place here, the Scolani Gastro Bar, is that it's a small operation. I think it's a husband and wife team, don't quote me on that. The woman is front of counter and the man is in the kitchen cooking up the food, and together a good combination, and it's a friendly place as well. So something that I like, these small family-run businesses. And there's only room for about 20 people in this restaurant, so it's very cozy. All right, let's finish this off, the last mouthfuls of this delicious rice dish. Bring on the second course. Muchas gracias. So the second dish has arrived, and I might have surprised a few people today by going for the fish option, but to be honest, I couldn't resist it. This fish here is called rodaballo in Spanish. Turbot, I think, is the English translation. A very, very tasty fish it is indeed. Let's have a closer look. So the presentation, I will say, looks good. We've got some peppers on here. We've got green peppers, red peppers. We've got some not fried potatoes, which is good to see. This type of potato is called patata a la pobre, so it's a slow cooked potato in oil, of course. And then we have a piece of fish on top, which looks to have been grilled, and the aromas that are coming off the fish, wow. So let's dig in and see if this fish tastes as good as it looks and as good as it smells. Let's see. Now, let me first try and get it off the bone. Seems to be quite a bony fish. And let's see the quality of the fish with that Peruvian taste as well to it, which I've been told is common in all of the dishes that they serve here during the day. The menú del día. If you come here and order a la carte, it's a more of a Peruvian style a la carte. So, but the menú del día is a Spanish Peruvian mix, let's say, or at least that's what I've been told. Let's try. Now that is a nice piece of fish. Simple piece of fish. There's not a lot of elaboration going on here. It's been cooked on the grill. It's perfectly cooked, as we can see here. It's got some herbs and spices going on top. Olive oil also. And the flavour combination is incredible, I will say. Look how easy the fish comes off the bone. Separating from the bone here the fish. And you can see, as I said before, just how perfectly cooked it is. It's a treat to eat. Let's try one of these potatoes, which are also perfectly cooked by the look of it. Now, this is going to be the tricky part, separating the other half of the fish from the bone. Let's see if it lifts off, or how I'm going to deal with this. I think I'll turn it over and get it off that way. I'll just separate all of the fish from the bone if I can. As I said before, coming off very, very easily is the fish. And I do enjoy a piece of fish every now and again. As I said, not very elaborated is this dish. It's a simple dish, grilled fish, but very, very nice. And normally with the menú del días here in Spain, you will have a fish option available for the second course. And it's what I've gone for today, and I'm pleasantly surprised. All right, let's finish off the veg that I have on the plate. I will say that the potatoes are also nice, well cooked, as I said before, and with the red and green peppers, it's a nice touch. A bit more of this wine. Now I know what you're thinking, Stuart, you should have ordered a white wine with a fish dish, but I don't care. So, fish done and dusted. Bring on dessert. Now the dessert has arrived. I've gone for the Peruvian classic, this 3-milk dessert, as they call it, the tres leches. I had this in the last Peruvian restaurant that I went to, and we can see it here. A little bit small is the serving size, I will say. Let's have a closer look at exactly what we've got going on the plate here. Now this is a type of sponge cake, I believe. The sponge has absorbed the different types of milks. Coconut milk, I think, is the dominant flavour, or at least it was in the last one. We've got this cocoa powder on top here as well. Another type of cream layer here. And I liked this dessert the last time I tried it, so this one should also be very, very tasty. Look how moist this sponge is, the juice coming out of the bottom here. Wow. Now let's dig in to this cake, this moist sponge cake that I have here. Let's see. Again, coconut milk, the dominant flavour. The cocoa on top, the chocolate on top, also quite dominant. And a hint of cream as well, I believe, but a moist sponge cake, very, very nice. And the perfect way, as always, to end the menú del día here in Spain with the dessert. The dessert is finished. Time to ask for the bill, pay the bill, and give my final thoughts on the meal experience today in this fantastic, cosy little restaurant here in the centre of Madrid. Okay, the bill has arrived, the bill has been paid. Total price here, €16.99, if you can see it there. The breakdown, well, the menu del dia, the executive menu del dia was €14.99, and a bottle of water to wet the whistle, €2. A little bit overpriced is the water, but what can we do in the centre of Madrid, of course. One thing I like is the money tray that has come out with the bill on it. We can see the Peruvian colours there. I like it. So, my final thoughts on the meal today. Well, starting off with the rice dish, the chicken and mushroom rice dish, the arroz caldoso, the liquidy rice dish that I had. Very, very good. I'm going to give it a solid 4.2 out of 5. I liked it. Moving on to the second thing that I had today, the grilled fish, rodaballo a la plancha. Very, very nice. Turbot, I think, is the English translation for that fish. I liked it. It was fresh. It was tasty. The herb dressing on top, the olive oil dressing on top was very, very nice. Again, 4.2 out of 5 for that. The service in this restaurant was also very, very good. The owner of the restaurant, the female owner of the restaurant, very, very friendly. Speaks a little bit of English, very, very friendly, very, very welcoming, and she attended the table very, very well. Very, very happy with the service. Again, 4.2 out of 5. So in general, I'm going to give this place a solid 4.2, a little bit below the Google review average. I think it's around 4.7 on Google reviews. In fact, I might bump it up a little bit to 4.5 because it is a nice place. It's cozy, as I said. There's not many people here, and I did enjoy the meal today. The house wine that I haven't finished off was also quite nice. Not the best wine that I've ever had, but drinkable, I will say. So in general, as I said, around 4.5 for the meal experience today. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. Would you come to a place like this in central Madrid? Would you try the executive menu of the day in a place like this? Let me know in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Would you eat the dishes that I tried today? Also let me know in that comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to help keep the channel growing. Very important to become a subscriber if you have not done so already. Until the next one, hasta luego and buen provecho from the center of Madrid. Bye-bye.